Hi guys, let's look at the next question. But before we start this video, let's quickly revise the three formula that we've done in our previous video, which is for a right circular cone, the volume is given by the formula 1 by 3 pi r square h. The curved surface area is given by the formula pi r L, where L we can calculate using Pythagoras theorem, which is equal to r square plus h square, the square root of it. And then the total surface area is equal to the curved surface area plus surface area of the base, which is pi r square plus pi r L, and the formula becomes pi r times L plus r. Now let's look at the questions. Question number 10. It says a solid cone of height 8 centimeter and base radius 6 centimeter is melted and recast into identical cones, each of height 2 centimeter and diameter 1 centimeter. Find the number of cones formed, which means volume of big cone will be equal to n times volume of small cones, right? Assuming we get n number of these cones, right? This is what the concept is. There is a big cone which is being melted, so the volume of that cone will be equal to n times the volume of small cones, which is of one small cone. Let's just write this. So let the number of identical new cones be n. So volume of big cone is given by the formula 1 by 3 pi r square h, which is equal to n times 1 by 3 into pi into r1 square into h1, where r and h are the radius and height of the big cone, and r1 and h1 are the radius and height of the smaller cone. So 1 by 3 gets cancelled, pi and pi gets cancelled, so we have r square h. R here is 6, so that's 6 into 6 into 8 is equal to n times r1. R1 diameter is given, which means radius will be 1/2 of that, which means 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 is r1 square multiplied with h, which is 2. So 2 and 2 get cancelled, which means n is equal to 6 into 6 into 8 into 2, which is 36 into 16. That'll be 36 into 16, 36, 18 plus 3, 21, 6 and 3, that's 675. So this is equal to 576. Therefore 576 cones are formed. Good. Let's look at the next question. The next question that we do is question number 11. Let's read the question. Question 11 says total surface area of a cone of slant height 13 centimeter is 90 pi square centimeter. So total surface area, which is given by the formula pi r times L plus r, is given equal to 90 pi. We need to calculate the radius. Radius we don't know. Let it be r centimeter. L we is given as 13 centimeter. What we have to calculate is r, and then we have to calculate the volume, which is 1 by 3 pi r square h, which means will have to calculate h also, r also. So let's see. So what is given is pi r times r plus L is equal to 90 pi. Pi and pi get cancelled from both the sides. So this is r times r plus L, which is 13, is equal to 90. Now this will form a quadratic. Let's see, and then let's solve the quadratic. So this is r square plus 13r minus 90 is equal to 0. I need to find factors of negative 90, the sum of which is 13. So that would be 5 into 18. So that's r square minus 5r plus 18r minus 90 is equal to 0. Let's group these the way I have underlined. So that's r times r minus 5 plus 18 times r minus 5 is equal to 0. R minus 5 is common. So that's r minus 5 times r plus 18 is equal to 0, which means r minus 5 is equal to 0, or r plus 18 is equal to 0, which means r is equal to 5 centimeter, or r is equal to negative 18 centimeter. Now since radius can't be negative, therefore r is equal to 5 centimeter. So we've got the value of the first part of the question, which means we've calculated radius. So radius is 5. Now we need to calculate volume. For volume, we'll need to calculate the h. So using Pythagoras theorem, we will get L is equal to R square, which is 5 square plus 13 square. And this is, we know there is a 5, 12 and 13 Pythagorean triplet. So this is R is equal to, H, my mistake, L is given. So this is, I have written it wrong, completely wrong. This is, L is the slant height, which means it's the pipe hypotenuse. So this is 13 square is equal to 5 square plus h square, which means h is equal to 13 square minus 5 square, which is equal to 12 centimeter. We already know 5, 12 and 13 are Pythagorean triplets. So height is 12 centimeter. Therefore volume will be equal to 1 by 3 into pi, which is 22 by 7 into r. R is 5, which is what we've calculated, multiplied with 5 into h, which is 12. And I just realized that they have asked us to take pi as 3.14. So I should change the value of pi from 22 by 7 to 3.14. So 3 into 1, 3 into 4. So this is 3.14 multiplied with 25 into 4. That's 100 centimeter cube, which is equal to 314 centimeter cube. So that's the volume that they wanted us to calculate. That's why I repeat so many times. You read the question carefully. In fact, I only had not read the value of pi given in the question. Anyway, I hope this confusion is cleared. Let's move on to the next question. The next question that we do is question number 12. Now, question number 12 says the area of the base of a conical solid is 38.5 centimeter square and volume is 154 centimeter cube. Find the curved surface area. So the base of a cone is in the form of a circle, which means what is given is pi r square is equal to 38.5 centimeter square. We know the volume is given by the formula 1 by 3 pi r square h is given equal to 154 centimeter cube. We need to find the curved surface area, and curved surface area is given by the formula pi r l. So for calculating this, I need to know the r and I need to know the l. But I can calculate L if h is given, which means from my first equation I will calculate r, and from the second equation I will calculate h. Then applying Pythagoras theorem I will calculate L, and eventually I will calculate curved surface area. So let's get on with the question. So any values of pi given? No specific values. So let's take the value as 22 by 7 and let's calculate this question. So this is 22 by 7 into r square is equal to 38.5, which means r square is equal to 38.5 into 7 upon 22. That's 11 into 2. That's 11 into 3, 33. That's 55. So that's 3.5. And 2, 1, 2, 3.5. So which means we get the value of r is equal to square root 3.5 into 3.5 centimeter. Therefore, r is equal to 3.5 centimeter. So we've got one value at least of r. Now let's try and calculate h, and using Pythagoras theorem, then we'll get into l. Good. So let's put pi r square is equal to 38.5 in equation 2. because pi r square is here in this question. So in this equation, so this is 1 by 3 into 38.5 multiplied with h is equal to 154, which means h is equal to 154 into 3 upon 38.5. That's again 11 into 3.5, and this is 11 into 1, 11. That's 44, so that's 14. And 3.51 and 3.5 into 4. Therefore, h is equal to 12 centimeter. So we've got the value of h as well. Now we need to calculate the value of L. So using Pythagoras theorem, L is equal to r square plus h square. Yes, which means r is 3.5 whole square plus h, which is 12 whole square, and the square root of this. 3.5 whole square, that's I hope you remember, if you need to find the square of a number which has 5 at the end, then you look at the number before this. Before 5, in this case it is 3, so you take 3 and you multiply it with the number plus 1. In this case 3 plus 1, which is 4, which means 12, and after that number add 25. So you got 12 here, put 25, which means this is 1225. That's the square root, that's the square of 35. Now since we are looking at a square of 3.5, it will be 12.25 plus 12 square, that's 144. So this is equal to 156.25, which can also be written as 15625 upon 100, which means upon 10, square root of 100 is 10. Let's just calculate the square root of 15625 using the long division method. No, not long division. Let's do it using prime factorization, because this is divisible by 5 for sure. So that's 5 into 3, 15. 5 into 1, 5. That's 12. That's 5 into 2, 10. And that leaves 25. So this is 5 again. Now let's divide this again by 5. So 5 into 6 would be 30. Yeah, that's 12. 5 into 2, 10. And that's 25. So that's 5. So this is 5 again. And this is 125. 5 again. 25. 5, 5, 5, and 1. So we have 1, 2, 3 groups of 5, which means this is 125. 5 cube. So from this group 1 5 comes out, from this 1 5, so that's 25 into 5, 125, which is divided by 10, which means 125 by 10, which means 12.5. So therefore L is equal to 12.5 centimeter. Now the final question that they want us to solve is calculate the value of curved surface area, which is given by pi r L, which is 22 upon 7 into r. R we got was 3.5 and L we've got as 12.5. Let's just confirm. Yes, this is fine. 5 pi into r into L, that's 7 into 1, 7 into 0.5. That's 22 into 0.5, that's 11 multiplied with 12.5. Let's multiply. 5 to 1, 5 to 1, that's 5731. So the value of this is 1375. So this is equal to 137.5 centimeter square. So the curved surface area is 137.5 centimeter square. Very interesting question. First we calculated R, then we calculated H, then using Pythagoras we calculated L, and then eventually we calculated curved surface area. Let's look at the next question. The next question that we do is question number 13. So question number 13 says, a vessel is in the form of an inverted cone which is filled with water to the brim, which means the water is right up to the top. You put anything else, the water will flow out. Right. Next, its height is 32 centimeter. So if I can draw the height here, the height is 32, and yeah, that's about it. So the height here is 32 centimeter. Next, diameter of the base is 25.2, which means R is equal to 25.2 upon 2. Yes, that's the radius, which is 12.6 centimeter. Yes, that's 12.6 centimeter. 6 equal solid cones are dropped in it so that they are fully submerged. As a result, 1/4 of the water in the original cone overflows. What's the volume of each of the solid cones submerged? Okay, so volume of 6 small solid cones is equal to volume of water overflowing, because the volume of water overflows because new volume has been added. So volume of water overflowing, which is equal to 1/4 the volume of bigger cone. Let me check if I've got the relationship correct. A volume of 6 small cones, because 6 cones are dropped, is equal to volume of water overflowing. That's also fine. And this is equal to 1/4 the water of the bigger cone or the original cone. Perfect. So for original cone, let's see what information we have. For original cone, R is equal to 12.6 centimeter, H is equal to 32 centimeter. And for solid small cone, R1 is not given. We need to find the volume, so we don't necessarily need to know this. If we can calculate this volume, we should get the volume of 6 cones. Therefore, volume of the volume of 6 is this much. Volume of 1 will be this volume divided by 6. So volume of one small cone is equal to 1/6 this volume, which is 1 by 6 into 1 by 4 into volume of bigger cone. Let's substitute values. So that's 1 by 6 into 1 by 4, and the volume of a cone is given by the formula 1 by 3 pi. Have they suggested which pi to take? No, so we'll keep it as 22 upon 7. So that's 1 by 3 pi r square. R is 12.6 into 12.6, that's r square, into h, and h is 32. Let me just confirm. 1 by 6, 1 by 4, that's fine, and this is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Done. 7 into 1, 7 ones are 7, that's 56, so that's 7 eights are 56. This is 6 into 1, and this is 6 into 0.3. Yeah, that's fine. 3 into 1, and this is 0.1. 4 into 1 and 4 into 8. So volume of one small cone, denominator there's nothing remaining. In the numerator I have 22 multiplied with 0.1 multiplied with 12.6 multiplied with 8. Let's confirm. Yes, 22, 0.1, 12.6 and 8. So 22 into 0.1, that's 2.2 multiplied with 12.6 into 8. Let's multiply now. So 1, 2, 6 into 8. That's 6 into 8, 48. 8 into 2, 16 plus 4, 20. 8 into 1, 8 plus 2, 10. So that's 100.8. So this is 2.2 into 100.8 volume, which means centimeter cube. Now let's multiply 100.8 with 2.2. So this is 1008 and 22. That's 2 into 8, 16, 102. This is 6102. That's 67122. So this is equal to 22176. How many decimals? 1 here, 1 here, which means 221.76 centimeter cube. So that's the volume of one small cone. That's the final answer, volume of one small cone. That brings me to the last question of this exercise. Let's look at the question. It says volume of a conical tent is 1232 meter cube, and the area of the base floor is 154 meter square. So let radius is equal to r centimeter. We need to calculate radius. Height also we need to calculate. So let height is equal to, not centimeter, the question is in meter, so we will keep the unit as meter. No point in getting into conversions. So that's h meter. That's what we need to calculate. Length of canvas required, and what is given is V is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h is given equal to 1232, and area of the base. So area of the base is basically area of the circle, which is pi r square is given equal to 154. That's 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 and 0.4. So let's put pi r square here in 0.3. So put pi r square is equal to 154 in 3, and we get V is equal to 1 by 3 into 154 multiplied with h is equal to 1232. Right, so that will first give us the h. That's fine, which means h is equal to 1232 into 3 upon 154. That's 11 into 1 and 4. This is 11 ones are 11. That's 13, 1 and 2. This is 14 into 1 and 14 into 8. Yes, 14 into 8. That's correct. So this is 8 into 3. That's 24 meter. So we've got the value of h at least. H is equal to, therefore height is equal to 24 meter. So we've got one answer, which is the second part. Let's look at let's see if we can calculate radius from this equation. So the fourth equation was pi, which is 22 upon 7 into r square is equal to 154, which means r square is equal to 154 into 7 upon 22. That's 11 into 2. That's 11 into 14. 2 into 1, 2 into 7. Therefore, r is equal to 7 meter. And we've got the first part of the question as well, which is we've calculated the radius. Let's look at the last part. Last part is find the length of canvas required to cover this conical tent if the width is 2 meter. So there is a canvas, the width of which is 2 meter, the length we don't know. So we need to calculate the length, and we need to find the length which will cover this conical tent completely, which means we are looking at the curved surface area. Yeah, because the base will not get covered, it's a conical tent, so we are not covering the base. So curved surface area is equal to the area of canvas. Yes, that will be the area of the canvas required. So curved surface area will be the area of canvas. Next, curved surface area is given by the formula. Let's take this to be a different variable. Let's call it, let's say A, because we've already, L will be taken as the slant height. So pi r L will be equal to 2 multiplied with A. Let A be the length of canvas. Correct. So pi RL is equal to 2 into A. Pi value is 22 by 7. R we calculated as 7. The slant height, we haven't calculated the slant height, is equal to 2 multiplied with A. Let's do it on the side. So using Pythagoras Theorem, one second, let's write it here only. Using Pythagoras Theorem, L is equal to r square plus h square. We know 7, 24 and 25 is a Pythagorean triplet, which means length of the slant height is 25 meter. So which means 22 by 7 into 7 into 25 is equal to 2 multiplied with A. That's 7 and 7 gets cancelled, which means A is equal to 22 into 25 upon 2. That's 2 into 1, 2 into 11. So therefore A is equal to 25 into 11. That's 250 plus 25. That's 275 meter. Therefore length of canvas required is equal to 275 meter. That brings me to an end of this video. Take care, be safe. I'll see you with the next video. Bye bye.